You are watching a PayEntry.com tutorial by CBiz Payroll. In this tutorial, we will be discussing how to maintain an existing employee records using the PayEntry.com system. Please keep in mind that if you are using our EMS product, you will want to maintain most employee data in the EMS system. This is covered in another tutorial. Okay, let's take a look at employee maintenance. The Employee Information menu is where you will be able to edit and maintain your employee payroll information. To access your employee data, click on the Employee Information link. You will see a list of your employee information. This list can be sorted by name, employee ID, departments, social security number, or clock number. It will also default to show only active employees, but this can be changed to see inactive employees as well. To view an employee's information, you will click on the employee ID or name. This screen will bring up all of the tabs available to edit or view on the employee. You may move from one employee to another by choosing the employee in the drop-down at the top of your screen. The first tab we will view is the Demographics tab. This information is input when the employee is added to the system. You can change this information at any time by overriding what is in these fields. You may also add additional information that was not entered at the time the employee was added to the system, or information such as phone numbers and email addresses. The Department and Position tab will display the cost center structure that was selected when the employee was added to the system. If you need to select a department code that is not listed, please add this information to the company level department's structure first. The status code is very important for payroll as it will determine which employees are automatically added to the payroll batch. All active employees are automatically added when the payroll is started. To change an employee to terminated, simply select from the drop-down box in the status code T for terminated. This will prevent the employee from being added to future payroll batches. You may also want to enter a termination date for tracking purposes. If you wish to track termination reasons for reporting, you may enter this information on the main company level. Other information is available on this tab, such as positions, titles, supervisors, and workers' comp codes. All of this information is used for tracking or reporting purposes only. The Rates tab contains the employee pay rate information. Every employee must have an active base rate at all times. If an employee is not paid an hourly rate or salary each payroll, you will want to ensure that there is an active rate of $0 that is set up. To change a base rate, CBiz recommends that you add a new base rate. Change the old base rate end date to ensure historical tracking. Keep in mind that when adding new items in PayEntry.com, the default start date will always be the next scheduled check date. You may add additional rates in this screen if an employee receives additional pay amounts on a regular basis. You will only want to add reoccurring amounts in this screen as individual payroll amounts can be added on demand during the payroll entry process. The Deduction tab is where reoccurring deduction information is stored. To add a new deduction, drop down and choose the appropriate code. If the code is not listed, you will need to contact CBiz support and complete a new code setup form. Each code is pre-programmed with the taxability and W-2 box in the payroll system. The calc code will determine how the deduction is calculated. The most common calculation codes are percentage, which is a percent of the gross pay, flat dollar amount, which will be the same each payroll, and percentage of 401k if you have any earnings that are excluded from the 401k calculation, such as bonus or commission. Enter the rate, and this can be either a flat dollar amount or percentage. The frequency will default to every payroll. This should only be overridden if the frequency is different than that of a regular occurring payroll schedule. Click Add and then Save Changes. To end a reoccurring deduction on an employee, simply enter an end date in the end date field. All date fields are check date driven, so as long as this date is prior to your next check date, it will not be included for that payroll. Please keep in mind that all amounts are able to be overridden on an individual payroll basis, so it is not recommended that deductions be added or ended for only one payroll cycle. The Direct Deposit tab is where employees' direct deposit and pay card information is stored. Each direct deposit is assigned a priority. The system will generate the direct deposit payments in the order of priority from 1 to 99. When issuing a net check direct deposit, it is always recommended to use the number 99. When issuing partial check direct deposits, it's recommended to use 1, 2, and 3 for each individual direct deposit. The ABA transit number and account should be supplied by the employee. You will want to indicate whether the account is a checking or savings account and the amount that needs to go to each. For a net direct deposit, we will always use 100%. For example, we have an employee that wishes to deposit $500 into a savings account and the remainder into a checking account. We will set up 2 direct deposit lines, one with a priority of 1 and the other with a priority of 99. The priority 1 line will have the checking box blank, flat amount of $500, and the 99 priority will have the checkbox with a percentage amount code and 100 in the amount field. This will always deposit 100% of the remainder into the net pay account. To end a direct deposit, simply enter an end date. Always remember to click the Save Changes button before moving to a new screen. The last tab we will cover in the basic employee training is the Taxes tab. The tax codes are added through the new Employee Wizard. However, if changes are needed, this is the screen you will use. To change an employee's filing status or exemption field, simply override the current value. You may also add additional tax amount or percentage for federal and state taxes in this screen. To add a new tax, click on the Add New Tax to the Employee link. This will create a new tax code. Be cautious about adding a new tax code and ensure that only applicable taxes are set up on the employee to avoid double taxation and reporting of wages and tax payments. Thank you for watching our tutorial on the basic employee tabs. For additional assistance or questions, please contact your CBIZ service team or account manager. If you are not currently using CBIZ services and would like to learn more, please contact us using the information listed on this screen. Thanks and have a great day.